Hi everyone, my name is Morgan Parker and I'm the creator of Morgan's Home Learning. I wanted to tell you a little bit about myself and why I created Morgan's Home Learning. So my name is Morgan, like I said. I taught kindergarten and first grade, and now I'm staying at home and teaching my children at home. I love creating lesson plans. Ever since I graduated from tech, I have loved creating possibilities and opportunities for your students to learn and grow. And I love creating activities that are hands-on and engaging. What I found teaching-wise was when a student was working with their hands, when a student was working with their partners, when they were working with blocks or with dice or cards, they liked it more and they learned more. One of my students' favorite things to do was get in a group and play dice games. And so I wanted to bring some of those things to your table. I want to help parents see that there are so many ways that you can learn at home using some of these things that your students love, like dice, like blocks, like erasers, like pencils and paper clips. All of these things are easy and accessible, and I want to show you how to use those at home. So I created Morgan's Home Learning Kits. You will get a monthly kit in the mail that has easy to follow lesson plans, all materials needed to complete the lessons, and photo and video examples. All activities and lessons are state aligned, by the state of Texas, are aligned to your standards and objectives. So if you're public schooled, homeschooled, a co-op, our lessons support any curriculum that you would use. So let me show you an example of one of my lesson plans. This is a February lesson, and I'll show you what a lesson plan looks like. So here's an example of a February lesson plan. You have colored coordinated lessons. So this one, the red was math. And then you would have, within a 12 lesson kit, you have 4 math activities, 4 ELAR activities, and either 4 fine motor skills or 4 science and social studies. It depends on if you're pre-K, kinder, or first grade, second grade. So those are the activities that make up your 12 lesson kit. So as you can see, there's a photo example and a QR example. This QR code, if you scan it, it is me modeling the activity for you. So then you have your list of materials and you have your instructions. What is neat about these is if you have an older student that you're like, I need you to do something for 10 minutes, just go do it. You can pull out this box. Your student can scan this, watch it, and then do it. If you want to be a part of your students' learning, you watch the video and then you explain it. So there's 2 ways for you to utilize these lessons. So what do some of the lessons look like? This was one of our favorite lessons from our December kit. It's a memory game. This is from the first grade kit because you can see you have hundreds place, tens place, and ones place. And if you're not for sure what that means, that is explained in the lesson plan. So any education or state standard lingo that you're not for sure of, it's explained out in the lesson plans. But what you would do is you would cut these out, put them down like you would any memory game. You'd have to match the base 10 model to the number. What's neat about this, you can bag it up, pull it out over and over again. So you can reuse this lesson however much you want. And like I said, this is first grade. A kindergarten example would take away the hundreds place, and then a second grade example would add a thousandths place. And then pre-K, you would probably just do one digit numbers. So another example that people loved, subtraction bowling. This activity came from my classroom. So what you do is you get out cups, which comes in your learning kit. You make a pyramid. You roll your ball into the cups, and then however many cups were knocked down, you write that number. So if you started with 10, you hit 6 cups, you'd write 10 minus 6. What does that equal? Students loved this activity. It applies subtraction skills, and it's something they can do over and over again. they're subtracting and doing math without even knowing they are. So we have reading response activities. So some of the reading response activities are not repeatable, but what is repeatable is listening to the story over and over again and then pulling different things out. So you could pull sight words out of this book. You could, if you're working on a certain phonics lesson, pull that out of this book. But what this is you have your QR code to listen to the read aloud, and then you have your cards that you cut out and put in order, so sequence of events, in order of when the old lady swallowed it. And then there's your response, is why did she swallow each object? So there's some critical thinking in that as well. One of the craftivity options, that's just a craft activity paired together, reading a love story and then creating a love monster. My 3.5-year-old actually did this activity and did it over and over again. She loved it. So let me show you. I showed you a spin and graph. You have your spin and graph paper. And also, since these activities are repeatable, I send you a page protector so you can put this in there. You're given a dry erase marker, and so you can do this over and over again. My elementary schoolers loved spinning graphs. What you do is you take a paper clip, put it in the middle, put a pencil down, and then you spin your paper clip. Super fun activity. We have creating sets using dice and erasers. We have snowman puzzles where you work on identifying numbers and then creating a puzzle. We have domino activities. We have dice, like I said. Lots of activities that I know your students will love. I put a lot of thought into these activities because I want you to love them and I want your students to love them. My goal is to bring hands-on learning to all families. I want kids to love their learning experiences. And so I hope that you consider Morgan's Home Learning, and I hope that I can learn and grow with your kids. Thank you.